Picture this. You see the little red dot on your screen or the bolded chat or the email subject that makes your stomach drop just a bit. You know exactly which one it is. The message from a friend you still have not answered. The request from your boss, the client asking for an update. The relative sending a long emotional text. You look at it for half a second, your chest tightens, and then almost without thinking, you swipe it away, mute the chat, or tell yourself, I will answer it properly later when I have the right words. Hours pass. Maybe days. Every time you unlock your phone or open your inbox, that same message is still sitting there like a tiny landmine. You do not forget it. You carry it. In the shower, you rehearse sentences you never send. On the way home, you imagine how they are interpreting your silence. Before sleep, your brain whispers, you still have not replied. They probably think you do not care. What is wrong with you? From the outside, it looks like you are just avoiding a text. On the inside, it feels like you are failing at something very basic, being a grown human who can respond. And maybe you have even told yourself that story. Everyone else just answers, I am broken. I am bad at communication. But what if the real problem is not that you do not care, not that you are rude, and not that you are lazy, but that your brain has quietly linked answering messages with emotional risk and is doing everything it can to protect you from that in the clumsiest way possible? Total avoidance. Stay with me, because I want to give you a very small, very specific 2-minute safe draft trick that you can use to finally break this loop. You will not have to turn into a person who loves notifications. You will not have to become hypersocial. You will just need a tiny mental bubble where your nervous system feels safe enough to start. Let us sit a little deeper in what is actually happening when you avoid messages, because understanding the pattern is what makes the trick work. Think about the last time you put off replying to someone important. Maybe it was a message that needed an honest answer. Maybe it was a request you did not know how to say no to. Maybe it was a simple, how are you? On a day when the real answer was, not great, and I do not know how to explain without dumping everything on you. You see the text, and in less than a second your body runs a quick scan. How big is the emotional risk here? If I answer quickly and clumsily, could I sound cold? If I am honest, could I start a conflict? If I say no, could they be disappointed? If I say yes, am I trapping myself? Most of this happens below words. All you feel is a tightness in your throat, or a little nausea, or a sudden urge to check another app. Your brain labels the message as dangerous, not in a life or death way, but in a this could threaten connection, status, or self-image way. And because your brain's number one job is survival, it chooses the safest move it knows. Do nothing right now. Escape later. The weird part is, in the moment, this actually feels like relief. You swipe away and your body relaxes just a bit. I will answer when I have more time, more energy, clearer thoughts. But then the second layer begins. Shame. Shame that you did not answer when you should have. Shame that now it has been hours or days and it just gets more awkward. Shame that you are the one creating the distance you are afraid of. And that shame does something nasty. It makes the message feel even more dangerous. Because now you are not just answering a question, you are also trying to explain your own delay. You might think, if I reply now, they will see how long I ignored them. They will be hurt. They will judge me. So the brain doubles down on avoidance, and each loop makes the next reply heavier. This is not a small habit issue. This is an erosion of self-trust. Every time you avoid, you teach yourself, I cannot be trusted to respond when something feels uncomfortable. That belief spreads quietly into other areas. Work tasks, money stuff, health appointments, all the little responsibilities that require you to face something mildly threatening. You start to see yourself as someone who hides. No wonder it hurts. So let's do a pattern break. What if answering scary messages did not have to mean stepping straight into the emotional battlefield? What if there was a step in between, a tiny safe room you could walk into first where you can say anything, be messy, be honest, and no one sees it yet? That is the core idea behind the safe draft trick. It is a mental model I call the message bridge. Imagine that between you and the send button, there is a small bridge with 3 planks. Look, bubble, and bridge. Those are the 3 parts of the message bridge. Look is the moment you consciously turn toward the message instead of away from it. Bubble is the 2-minute safe draft space where you write a version no one has to see. Bridge is the move where you gently convert that messy private draft into a simple human reply and send it. You are not forcing yourself to be brave all at once. You are guiding your nervous system across, 1 plank at a time. Let me walk you through each plank and show you exactly how to use it. First, look. This is where the hardest step actually lives. opening the message you have been avoiding. Imagine you unlock your phone and you already feel that little twinge of dread because you know which notification is waiting. Normally, this is where you would swipe down to hide the preview or open some other app to anesthetize the anxiety. With the message bridge, your only job at this point is not reply. Your job is much smaller. Change your inner script from "I have to fix this now" to "I am just going to look." You literally tell yourself, "I'm only crossing the first plank. I'm not sending anything yet." Then you tap and open the message. You read it once. If your body reacts, notice that like you would notice weather. Okay, my chest is tight. My brain is already writing disaster scenarios. That is my nervous system doing its overprotective thing. For a few seconds, do nothing else. You are just letting your system see that opening a message is not the same as being attacked. You are teaching it that you can be with the discomfort without immediately escaping. This alone is a psychological upgrade. You have moved from "I cannot even look" to "I can look, even if I do not know what to say yet." Then, while your brain is still expecting you to escape, you step onto the second plank, the bubble. The bubble is the heart of the safe draft trick. It is a private space where the rules are completely different from normal communication. In the bubble, you are not writing to be understood. You are not writing to impress. You are not writing to manage anyone's emotions. You are just dumping what is actually happening in your mind and body as quickly and raw as it comes for 2 minutes. No one else ever has to see this. Practically, it looks like this. As soon as you have read the message, you open a notes app or a separate temp chat with yourself, or even use the reply box while clearly telling yourself, "I am not sending anything yet. This is the safe draft." Then you set a 2-minute timer if you can, or just mentally mark, "For the next short moment, I write without filtering," and you type. It might sound like, "Okay, I have been avoiding answering you because I feel guilty that it took me so long. I do care, I am just weirdly paralyzed. I'm afraid if I say no, you will be disappointed. I am also tired and do not want to commit to a big thing." Or, "I want to be honest, but I am scared this will sound sharp. I am worried you will misread my tone. I am frustrated and also do not want to fight." Or even, "I do not know what to say. I do not have the answer yet. I feel stupid and behind." The more honest and unpolished you are in the bubble, the better. Remember, this draft's job is not to be sendable. Its job is to let your nervous system express the emotional load that was clogging the gears. When you give those thoughts and feelings somewhere to go, they stop swirling as abstract dread. They become words on a screen. The beast has a shape. Another important rule in the bubble: you are not allowed to edit. If you catch yourself backspacing every second or rewriting the same line, gently remind yourself, no one is going to read this. It is not a performance, it is just a brain dump. When the 2 minutes are up or you feel empty enough, you pause. Take one slow breath in and out. Look at what you wrote. You will notice something almost magical. Underneath all the messy sentences, there is usually 1 or 2 clear truths that want to be said. Maybe it is, "I am sorry for the delay, it has been a lot lately." Maybe it is, "I cannot take this on, but I appreciate you thinking of me." Maybe it is, "I want to talk about this, but I might sound clumsy." These are the pieces we carry onto the third plank, the bridge. The bridge is where you turn the raw material from your safe draft into a simple human reply that can actually cross the gap between you and the other person. It does not have to be perfect. In fact, one of the rules of the bridge is, do not overbuild it. You are not building a highway. You are laying down one sturdy plank. The easiest way to do this is to use a 3-part skeleton. Acknowledge one truth, next step. Acknowledge is one short line that recognizes their message or your delay. One truth is one honest sentence pulled from your bubble. Next step is a simple indication of what happens now. A yes, a no, a boundary, or a time frame. It might look like this. "Hey, thanks for your message and sorry it took me a while to respond. I have been oddly stuck on what to say because I did not want to give you a half-attentive answer." The short version is, "I care, but I cannot commit to this right now." Or, "I saw your message and have been sitting with it. I am still processing and I might say this clumsily, but I do want to be honest with you. Could we talk about it tomorrow when I am a bit more grounded?" Or, "Thanks for checking in and sorry for the delay. I have been overwhelmed and went into avoidance mode, to be honest. I am okay, just low battery, but I really appreciate you asking." Notice how none of these replies are poetic. They are not flawless. They are not bulletproof against misunderstanding, but they are real. They come from that bubble where you allowed yourself to be honest. and they respect both your capacity and the other person's humanity. Once you have those three elements in a sentence or two, you put it into the actual reply box. You read it once, maybe twice, not 20 times. You take one more breath. And then, crucially, you send, not later, not when I feel ready. You send as an act of self-respect. You are telling your brain, we can cross this bridge. We do not have to camp on the edge for days. When you start using the message bridge like this, something subtle but powerful shifts inside you. You stop believing that replying is a test of whether you can produce the perfect words on demand. You start experiencing it as a small process. Look, bubble, bridge. You are not throwing yourself into the deep end of emotional water without support. You are holding on to 3 steps that you can trust. And every time you complete this loop, you collect a new piece of evidence about yourself. I am someone who can reply even when it feels uncomfortable. That evidence is pure gold. It repairs the self-trust that avoidance has been eroding. You might still have messages that take time. You might still choose consciously not to answer some things. But that will be very different from that paralyzed, shame-soaked silence. That will be choice. You might be thinking, this sounds great, but when I am in that panicky state, I will forget all of this. I will just go back to avoiding. That is normal. Your brain loves its old patterns because they are efficient even if they hurt you. So instead of promising yourself that you will use this trick for every single message from now on, I want you to set a smaller, more realistic experiment. Pick one specific message you have been avoiding. Right now, you probably know exactly which one it is. It might be something sitting in your inbox, or a chat you have muted, or a person you keep telling yourself you will get back to. Do not choose 10. Choose one. That will be your test case for the message bridge. When this video in your mind ends, you are not going to promise to fix your entire communication backlog. You are just going to cross one bridge. Here is what that looks like. After this, you open that one conversation. That is look. You let your body react, but you do not close it. Then you immediately open a blank note or a chat with yourself and dump out a safe draft for 2 minutes. No filter, no send. Just, this is what I am actually thinking and feeling. Then you scan it for 1 or 2 clear truths and build a tiny bridge. Acknowledge one truth next step. You paste that into the actual chat. You read it once, you send. And then, when your brain starts to spin stories like, they will hate this, you gently remind yourself, no matter how they receive it, I did something important. I stepped out of hiding. That is the identity shift. You are not becoming a different person. You are becoming someone who notices the avoidance, chooses a process, and walks themselves through it. Now I want to bring you back to the image from the beginning. That small red dot, that bolded line, that message-shaped weight in your chest. In the old pattern, that moment ended with you hiding and carrying the guilt. In the upgraded pattern, here is what happens. You see the dot, your stomach flips. Instead of fleeing, you think, message bridge. You open it, you look. You hop into your bubble for 2 minutes of raw honesty. Then you pull one piece of truth onto the bridge, write a simple reply, and send. The world outside might look the same, but inside, you have just proven to yourself that you are no longer the person who always runs away from hard messages. You are the person who can feel the fear and still cross the bridge one plank at a time. Before you close this and let your mind move on, pick that one message you will use as your experiment. Decide specifically, I will use the message bridge on this one today, not someday. Not when you are in the mood, today. And when you do, pay more attention to how you feel about yourself afterward than to how the other person responds. That feeling of I finally answered is your nervous system tasting a new identity. If this shifted something in how you see your own communication, share this idea with someone who is also stuck in message avoidance. Sometimes the most compassionate thing we can offer is not just text them back, but a tiny bridge that makes it actually possible. And if you want more of these inner tools, more invisible upgrades that quietly change how you move through your days, you are always welcome to come back here. For now, your one job is simple. Pick one message, walk the message bridge, and let your future self feel the difference.